Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, text 23. Yapi anya devata bhakta
येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता
yajante shraddha yanvitaha
यजन्ति श्रद्धया
te api mam eva kaunteya
ते अपि माम् एव कुर्वन्ति
yajanti avidhi purvakam.
यजन्ति अवधिपूर्वकाम्.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. So Krishna is telling Arjuna the position of people who worshipping other demigods. He's saying even though people are worshipping other demigods, they're actually worshipping me. But they're worshipping me in a wrong way. So persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent, although such worship is offered to me indirectly. So Krishna is saying this. We are not saying that, oh, if you worship demigods, you're unintelligent. No, who are we to say anything? We are not the speaker. We are not the ones who have spoken the Vedic knowledge. We just simply repeat. We just simply repeat Krishna's words. That's it. This is Krishna's words. So Krishna says that you worship me, but you worship me directly. Don't come indirect. Now, why is he saying? Prabhupada is giving us an example. For example, when a man pours water on the leaves and branches of a tree without pouring water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. So imagine we water a tree and we water each and every leaf, each and every branch. So how much time and energy and resources are we going to use to make this tree become very nice and green? A lot. What we simply actually have to do is just simply water the root. It's just the shortest, most efficient way. Just water the root. The least time required. And in that, what will happen? The entire tree will become green and beautiful and nice. We don't have to water each and every leaf and each and every branch. So similarly, the process of rendering service to different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. The process of rendering service to different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. So there's one of the stories in the Upanishads which says that one day the parts of the body, they said, what is this? We are the ones who's working and the stomach is enjoying. We are going to stop working. The hands, the legs, the eyes, everyone said, we are going to stop working now. We are working, but only the stomach is enjoying the food. We're not going to do anything. So all the parts of the body went on strike. After 2 days, they all realized they became too weak. They couldn't do anything. Then they understood, oh yes, we are putting the food into the stomach, but with that we are being nourished. And that's the point to understand. The demigods are, so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the laws made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. So the lawmaker, the government, we have to follow the laws of the government. Each individual officer may have, if they start making their own laws, we are going to go crazy. Who are we going to follow, and how we are even going to have a peaceful life? It's just simply follow the laws of the government and we know, okay, we are doing the right thing. So here there are 33 crore demigods. How are we going to please all 33 crore demigods? Pacify them, worship them, please them. How? We simply worship the Supreme Lord, follow His laws and order. He has made these laws. Now we may say, oh, why is God can make laws? Why I cannot make laws? That's something we have to accept. That God is God. I am not God. God knows what laws are to be made for the benefit of each and every one. He knows what laws are to be made so everyone can be benefited. So that will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord. So when we become devotees, when we follow the laws of Krishna, that is how we automatically please all the demigods. The demigods are happy if we become devotees of Krishna because they themselves are devotees of Krishna. They themselves are following his orders. So, of course, they are happy if we also follow in Krishna's orders. They don't want to be separately greased up or bribed. By worshipping them, it's like bribing them, bribing the officers that, oh, you do with this work for me, ye mera kaam kara dena, like that. They don't want that. They want you please the Supreme Lord, and the Lord is going to make you happy and peaceful, everything. So the officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as avidhi purvakam. Avidhi purvakam. Krishna is saying to worship the demigods is avidhi purvakam. Not supposed to do that. They're worshipping me, but they're worshipping me in the wrong way. Come directly to me, Krishna says. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods. Unnecessary worship. Krishna is not saying don't respect the demigods. He's not saying that. We have to understand Krishna's words. Respect is to be given to everyone. Demigods are great personalities. They are very high personalities. We cannot even compare ourselves to them. So they are worthy of our respect. But when we worship, we should worship Krishna. Because after all, even if we worship the demigod is getting the sanction from Krishna. The government agent, we may bribe a government agent, but he can do only what is within his power. And where does he get this power from? He's getting it from the president. So similarly, the demigods, if we bribe them, we worship them, they can give us only what is within their control. And who is giving them what is under their control? It's Krishna. So Krishna is saying, you come to me. I can give you what you want. You come directly to me. That is what is required. Whether we are full of material desires, we have no material desires, or we desire liberation, we should worship Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And in this age of Kali, the easiest and the best way of worshipping the Lord is by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. By performing the Sankirtan Yagya, we are worshipping him. Lord Chaitanya, he is Krishna himself. He's Krishna himself who came 500 years ago to give us this chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. And the best way, the fastest way, the best way to worship him is that we chant, we engage in this Harinam Sankirtan, the Sankirtan Yagya. We'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for listening and joining in. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare